I had a good time at Casa Amor, so it was straight. Nah, don't start crying now. Like,
hopeless romantic and I always cry, at some Sophie's and stuff. But I never thought I'd cry at the recoupling. But seeing Jared cry when Jeff came and realized that, Nadia had decided to recouple with Nick broke me. It really broke me. It was so sad. Anyway, hey there, it's your girl Valerie again. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island USA, season 4, episode 22. Um, I'll discuss briefly, and then we'll go to the recouplings, and I'll give my opinion on that. Anyway, so with I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep knocking on Chaz, but when Serenity left Love Island, she said Chaz had a plan and he was very revengeful, and he was very calculated in his whatever actions he was taking. And I think a lot of people just said, "Oh, she's saying that just because he's decided to sort of not recouple with her and get her kicked off the show." But she was right, because ever since she left, everything she said about him has come to pass. He was vengeful in the sense that he questioned why Maddie was still there, which you don't understand why he would do that. And he then decided to recouple with Kat, knowing Kat wasn't 100% into him. Then played the victim card that, oh, these girls just, I do everything for them and they don't appreciate me. Went to Casa Amor, led Gabby on, took her to the hideaway, made out with her. And then once they left the hideaway, he decided, oh no, I want to explore things with Bella. And then he decided to go to bed with Bella and decided, oh, Bella was the one for him. And if anyone else had done that, people would be up in arms. That why is someone allowed to use people like that on TV? And I don't know why nobody has said anything about that. I might have missed it. Someone. I don't think that was right. I think this is what Serenity was talking about. That Chaz is not the guy that he's pretending to be. He played people by making her breakfast. Trying to sort of be there for her when she was crying about Thailand and stuff. And, oh, he's a great guy. She doesn't appreciate, because there were things that she was saying that we, the audience, were not saying because of the editing. And now that she is gone, his sister's gone, he's free to be his truest self. And everybody, even at the recoupling, was just staring at him and just like, oh my God. Anyway, it is what it is. And then I think Casa Amor was good for Jesse and Jeff, because it allowed them to reflect on their relationships and sort of see whether they felt their relationships were strong enough to stand the test of time, or whether they wanted to recouple. And with Courtney, oh, Casa Amor was great for her. She kissed, I think, about three, four guys, and until she found the one that she liked. I think I always thought Chad would be the one, but when I sort of saw her try to make out with someone else, I was like, what's going on here? What's going on here? But anyway, I wasn't. It was an okay episode. It was an okay. The first half of it was okay. I think the recoupling is the bit that was it was emotional, is all I'll say, because you went through everything. You were, sad, happy, you were shocked, you were everything. So they start off with the recoupling, and obviously because Courtney is the single girl, she has to sort of, there's no shock factor with Courtney. It's a given that she has to pick someone. Courtney decides to recouple with Chad because she thinks you know, he's the guy for her. She's happy to make out with him. She did tell the girls that she liked talking to him, she liked being with him, so it wasn't surprising. I think the other guys were pleasantly surprised because they thought maybe she might pick them, but she decided to continue with Chad, even though she tried to make out with Sam because she felt that there was some sort of sexual tension, which I think the best partner for Courtney was Felipe, and I'll always maintain that Felipe was the best partner for her. I'm not sure why she let him go. I know she said Bryce was a better fit, but I think Bryce was more calculated in the sense that he had seen her on TV and knew what she was after, and so decided to be the guy that she wanted him to be. Um, from the Cat decides not to recouple with anyone. everybody knew she wasn't happy with with Chaz, so it wasn't a surprise. But what I like about Kat is she's honest with her game. She's not sly like like Chaz. She is honest with her game. She will say it as it is. So Kat said she was going to recouple with Chaz on the basis that she was after Jared. So her recoupling with Chaz was only temporary while she was trying to make her way across to Jared, which it's going to be interesting for Jared because you know it is what it is. So, on that understanding, Chaz, I think, was smart because he knew she didn't like him. So he brought Bella, even though he took um, Gabby to the hideaway, he brought Bella with him. And he was, I think, Chaz is after someone he can manipulate. And sadly, all the girls he's going after, they're too independent minded. And so he's still looking for that girl he can manipulate to get him to the finish line. That's all he's after because he tried with Serenity, it didn't work. He tried it with Kat, it didn't work. He must have tried it with Gabby, it didn't work. And now he's on Bella. I wouldn't be surprised if he moves on to somebody else while still in the villa before the next recoupling because when he was asked to explain why he chose Bella, he said he liked she's pretty, I like her New York accent, and something else. And it's like, seriously, is that the only reason why you've chosen to recouple with someone? That doesn't make sense. And so I I don't buy that coupling. I think Bella only used him to get to the villa, and once they're in the villa, she's going to make her way to somebody else. And I wouldn't be surprised if she makes her way to one of the either the guys from the old guys from the villa or the new guys that have come in since Casa Amor. We'll see what goes on there. And then Jared came out. Jared came with Chase, and it was Jared was honest. He said, when I left, I was left single because Maddie went home. So I had to pick some. I had to, look out, do what was in my best interest, and what was in his best interest was to take advantage of Casa Amor and try and create a connection with one of the girls there because I think he felt he didn't have a strong enough connection with the girls in the villa. So the only way for him to stay on the show because he has to be in a couple was to bring someone from Casa Amor, and hopefully that would sustain him till the end. And so that was fine. You could see that Kat was heartbroken. She was heartbroken because I think her plan is still to make her way um, to Jared. So she's going to pursue him. And Chance had better start looking at either one of the guys from the new guys that have come in from Casamo because I don't think she will be able to break any of the old guys. From there, they then called Nadia. Nadia was coupled with Jeff, and so she felt she wanted to recouple with Nick because she felt there was a stronger connection there, and she felt, she, she's one of the people. Her reasoning didn't make sense to me because when she came in, she was gun ho chasing Isaiah, and then she decided, oh no, let's make things work with Jeff, and then now she's on Nick. She's very confused. I don't think she's got a plan. I think she's just going after any guy, and so that she can stay on the show. With Nick, I really don't see what Nick has really done for her. I know that she said there was a spark, but outside of that, I don't see what else could have motivated her to pick him. Jeff, on his part, comes back on his own because Jeff had said, well, in Casamore, that he's had time to think, and he's decided that he wants to try and make things work with Nadia because he's really a hopeless romantic, and he's hoping that he can sort of make things work with her. And so it was heartbreaking for him to come. And Jeff is one of those very honest people that he doesn't mince his words. You can see on his face what he's thinking. When you walk down and you could see she recoupled with someone, you could tell how heartbroken he was. And he said, it is what it is. You chose you guys, so that's it. And it was Nadia who started crying, and it's like, why are you crying? You said you wanted someone who could give you what you wanted. This is the guy that is giving you what you want. Why are you crying? You have to, you've made your bed. Now lay in it, and it is what it is. So from there they picked on Zita. Obviously, Zita and Timmy. I think after all the Bria and Jeff scenario, that square, they've decided that no, we don't want to bring anyone else into our relationship. Let's just be the two of us. Timmy, on his part, decided to play games and pretend like he had brought someone. So he pretended like he was waiting for someone to come, and you could see initially when Zita saw him, she was happy, but then when he made out that he was waiting for someone, you could see her face break because she was thinking, "Oh my God, what did I do? I've been faithful to this man, and this man has just decided not to, to has decided to bring someone else, but he was just teasing her. And so it was nice to see. It was nice to see them. It was nice to see at least one couple be happy to see each other. Like how Jared was celebrating. I think these people have created, as they say, lifelong bonds, and they've and create friendships. And it was nice to see them celebrating for each other, and it's nice to also see them sort of consoling one another when someone was heartbroken. So Zita and Tammy were recoupled. They are the only couple that's recoupled, I think, thus far. Next, it was time for Debbie, and you could tell Jesse missed Debbie during his time in Casa Amor. He spoke about how he missed her and how he couldn't wait to go back and make things work. And so it was sad to you know to see what happened because Debbie decided to recouple with Kyle. Kyle plays Debbie. Kyle, if there's anyone from Casa Amor who came in with a plan, I would say it's Kyle and Phoebe. Those two came with a plan and they executed their plan until they got the chance to stay in the villa. Debbie spoke about how she had gained clarity and stuff, and you could see on the guy's face they were like, "What clarity did you need? What clarity are you talking about?" And then I deserve more. I this that and other, and she decided to recouple Kyle. Kyle was playing Debbie with Deb. Kyle was playing Deb, and he played her until he got what he wanted. And I've got a feeling that once he's in the villa, he's going to start showing his true colors, and hopefully, Jess is willing to take her back. I like Jess on his part. He was heartbroken. You could see he was heartbroken. The guys were heartbroken for him, but he said, I know I haven't been the best partner for her and I want what's best for her. And if this is what is best for her, then I'm happy for her. And the guys were just heartbroken. And once he said that, Deb started crying. And it's like, why are you crying? Jeff was me. He said, why are you crying? Why? You made your choice, so stick with it. And it was, I really felt like, at times you want to run and give someone a hug. I wanted to just give Jesse a hug just to say, hold your head up. It's okay. Everybody else, you could tell, felt because the guys knew how much he missed Deb and how highly he spoke of Deb, and you could tell the disappointment on their faces that they didn't expect her to do this. And Jeff actually said, "I'll never look at Shorty the same because I don't think he ever thought that Deb would do that to Jesse." So it was really disheartening. From there, they ended off. Obviously, they were going to end off with the love triangle, and that love triangle is going to be a roller coaster. I like the fact that the boys knew what was coming. They knew what was coming for Sydney, and so Sydney decided not to recouple with Isaiah because she felt they had a strong bond, and she didn't feel she had managed to get that from any of the guys that were there. And Isaiah then came out with Phoebe, and I said this before. There's something scary about Phoebe. There's something very calculated about Phoebe. There's something very manipulative about Phoebe because she said from the day Isaiah walked into the villa, she's had her eye on him. Meaning, when Love Island started airing, she's watched Isaiah and she's always wanted him and she's made her plan to be with him. So it's not necessarily because they had a connection, it's because she had a plan and she decided to execute her plan. And it's really disheartening that, you know, this is what has happened. I like that everybody supported Sydney because she said she felt like she had been hit by a semi truck, which is understandable because it was very heartbreaking for her to see that, given the fact that they've been through a lot with Isaiah. They've become very intimate. They've been to the hideaway, and Isaiah had told her he loved her. So for him to suddenly come back with somebody else was very shocking. Was very shocking, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I like the fact that Jeff was there for Sydney. He told her, "Don't cry, hold your head up high." He was holding her hand and making and comforting her. I hope Sydney sees. I think people get the wrong impression of Jeff because of the tattoos that he has and stuff, and they just think, oh, he's this, but they don't realize that he's an amazing. Under all that, there's this amazing guy that they failed to give an opportunity to, and I wish they all gave him an opportunity to sort of discover who he. I think Jeff would have been best on a show like Love Is Blind, because people talking to him without seeing him would have fallen in love with him, and then by the time they see him, they've already fallen in love with him. And so I think because of his visual appearance, yeah, he looks great, but I think because of the tattoos and stuff, it's sort of off-putting to somebody who doesn't like that sort of thing. Anyway, I digress. um I like the fact that Isaiah, sorry, Jeff is very honest. Nadia then wanted to talk to him after the recoupling, sort of, explain herself, and he said, "No, it is what it is. You don't need to speak to me. Go to the man that you've chosen and be with him. I'm okay." So I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next episode. But it was very heartbreaking to see everything go down. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.